This is my flying year of 2018. I built a Cloudsurfer with an APM 2.6 and as you can see my start was pretty rough. Crashed it on the first flight but just a little bit, and second flight you can see here wasn't any more successful. Just look at how bad the plane flies, and yeah, of course I put it into the ground quite hard.
Dang it!
Then I experimented with a Z84 wing, which I bought off eBay for quite cheap. It was a great plane to fly and it was super fast, super fun to fly. Then I had one of those tiny all-in-one FPV cameras. I put it on and flew for a while, but the jello was just massive and it wasn't really worth it. So here are just some clips that are usable. Unfortunately, they don't show how much fun that plane was to fly, but anyways, I thought I'd share. Since I also still had my Pixel 3, I also did a flight with that plane, but I only could find one video, so here's just one flight of the Pixel 3. Kinda uneventful, as all my flights normally are. I'm not even sure if I actually flew at FPV or if I just had the camera and the HD recording camera on it. Don't know really, it's been so long. At least I didn't crash that one. In the meantime, I crashed my Cloudsurfer really hard and had to do a full rebuild. And after that, I had some mediocre successful flights. It's alright to fly that plane, it's kinda big, it's not that easy to launch. The APM 2.6 doesn't really have auto launch capabilities, so it was always really hard to launch and it just didn't make that good of an FPV platform in my experience. But anyway, I flew it as often as I could and I took some mildly interesting footage, and as you can see I mostly got it to fly alright. Just sometimes it had this strange oscillation that I now think was an overtuned roll axis, but at that time I couldn't get my head around it and just didn't know what it was, so I just left it that way and hoped for the best. Never crashed because of that, but when it happened I had to land. And of course, my landing skills were not really good at the time. So most landings are kinda right, but not every landing went as I wanted it. And of course, I was obsessed with that old castle. That's right next to my flying spot. And it's like 2 kilometers out from where I start. But since that's quite old technology, I couldn't make it to 2 kilometers out. This is my last attempt at flying to that castle, and I'm watching my RSI in my on-screen display, but of course I don't want to risk it. So I bail out and fly back home. The plane has returned home, but I really don't want to risk it at that moment. And of course I butcher my last landing for the year. Anyways, this is my first narrative video and I want to say thanks for watching. And until the next one, bye!